Hello Leo, how are you? Welcome to your general reading for April 2017. It's the first time I'm doing this, these generals like this, so hopefully you find some value to it. I'm doing the triple cross spread, which is a few more cards, and hopefully will provide a more in-depth reading for you as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Leo, your general messages for April 2017. Okay, here we go. Nine of Coins. It's a great way to start with hopefully financial security, or at least stability. You know, if you don't have as much money as you were hoping for, at least you're at this place of comfort on some level. Like at least there's predictability on some way. And you are even maybe at a warm place, a place of sharing as well, or being open to the idea of sharing. Crossing you is the Knight of Wands. Maybe you are craving, like maybe it's very conscious comfort, financial comfort, maybe very conscious financial security, financial stability, career stability as well, and just stability in your material world, okay? Knight of Wands tends to be a little bit of a spendy person, right? Trying to go out there and adventuring, and adventuring can be anything: shopping, going out to eat, traveling, excursions, like renting boats or whatever. And so maybe there is this itch, or there is this person in your life who really wants to get you to spend, or someone that wants to take advantage of where you are in your life. You can also be taking advantage of yourself, so be careful, because you don't want to overspend or overexert yourself and reduce the stability in your life. Two of Wands. This was in this. It's funny how I do like one sign right after another. Like I just pulled this exact same card out for Cancer in this exact same position, like first layer and everything. Two of Wands is about expansion and finding a new direction, right? Whatever it is that you're doing maybe isn't serving you anymore, and so you're trying to find a way. How can I do something different? How can I reshape my world? And it's a very visionary type of energy, right? Thinking about the world, thinking about your life, and trying to find things or find balance within the things that you're doing to help get you there, right? And sometimes this can be a little bit of a clash, because this Knight of Wands doesn't necessarily care where you're going. They're more hedonistic. They want the immediate pleasures. They want the fun. They want the goodness in life. But this speaks to the big picture. This is short-sighted. This is long-sighted. So there might be a little bit of controversy either within yourself or with someone that's in your life regarding that. And the Two of Pentacles, balance, emotional balance. Maybe you're doing too much, right? Maybe there's too much going on in your life, too many responsibilities. This is like a multiple hat type of person who's doing a lot of things, and again, maybe even overexerting themselves. It's important. I think you're doing a good job keeping everything afloat, keeping everybody happy. You're fulfilling your responsibilities, but the fact that you need balance means that you're having to focus on balance. Your stability might be helping with that, right? Like likely you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling good, so that's fine, it's okay, and yeah, I can handle it, no problem. Well, that's in the immediate past, so like maybe the past month or two. And in the future, we have your card, the Sun, reversed. A little bit of a darker, I mean, it's still good, right? I mean, it's still amazing to have the Sun in the reversal or in the upright position. But when it is reversed, it does tend to have a little bit of a dampening or a little dimming effect on the ultimate possible level of optimism, right? So if you are super happy, the Sun in reverse kind of has like a little bit of like an edge to it. I don't know what this means exactly. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to do two more layers. Okay, it is a triple cross. So I'm going to do two more layers of cards. And so we'll kind of see where this is going, or where this is leading. The High Priestess is crowning you. So what's driving you is to get to this point, really to get here per se, is really this new vision of yours, this new direction. This may have been, you know, over the past couple months where you've really started to take action to making changes in order to get you to this Nine of Coins place, this place of comfort and stability. But there's something nagging at you. Your intuition is speaking to you in some way, and maybe there are some secrets or things that haven't really been revealed yet, whether to a boss, to yourself, to, you know, just maybe all around you. There's a little bit of an air of not communicating or a level of secrecy. High Priestess can be those really deep, dark, down voices, or deep down voices that speak to us. You know, our intuition can be very, very quiet sometimes. And while you may have been living quite loudly, okay, maybe a little bit over the top, but still good. Like, there's nothing bad here so far. So I mean, like, totally 100% positive. But sometimes she does speak to us about something. So again, we'll lay out more cards. There's obviously something going on here that I don't know yet because I need more cards, but we'll see kind of what happens. So the Wheel of Fortune. You have things in the works. And I think you know that. Maybe that's speaking well together. I think you know that. I think that in realms of business, in realms of finance, in your job, even in relationships with your family, whatever, like, I think you are patiently awaiting the Wheel of Fortune to turn and for things to really come your way. This is a card of luck as well. Lady Fortune, she brings about positivity. Okay, and I think the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune are kind of working in tandem, and they're both kind of spinning, because the Sun is also a little bit of a wheel, right? It is that circle, cyclical nature. So they are working a little bit in tandem, and with the turn of the Wheel of Fortune comes the turn of the Sun as well. I do feel that the Sun, like, there's something that has not been illuminated, because the High Priestess is the keeper of the moon, the keeper of the truth, right? The moon, she's associated with the moon, and then you have the Sun in the reverse. So I don't think the Sun has fully illuminated something, whatever this is, whatever secret this is, whatever deep, dark desire this is. It will come to light eventually with the wheel turning, but it's not quite primed yet. The Sun and the moon. Now we have the moon, the actual moon in your environment. What is going on with the secrets and the darkness? I'm not seeing deception or anything bad, right? A lot of times the Two of Wands and the moon can really work hand in hand, because with expansion and with personal growth comes exploration, comes discovery, comes, you know, and this can be also a card of illusion as well, and also even delusion at times. And I feel as though maybe you're making or trying to make sense of reality versus illusion, reality versus perception. And you're trying to really navigate your way through this dark time. Like, maybe you are really experiencing a lot of dark or unknown things. Maybe there are things going on in your company where you work. Maybe there's some buyout or some turnover, or maybe there's some like looming expense that like you kind of know it's there, or you kind of know it's coming, or like you may have a sense that something is wrong, whatever, like with your home, and something's going to need a repair or something like that. So there's an element of knowing something before it happens. Really listen to that, because eventually the Sun will block out the darkness. Okay, you're in the dark right now for sure. Something is very, very hidden, but it will have no choice but to come out at some point. So listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, and also have faith. Luck is on your side. Like, this is the most positive reading I've had thus far, and I think you have a lot of positivity heading your way, despite the fact that we're going to be in a Mercury retrograde, okay? Here's an expense, a fear of an expense, or a fear of loss of some kind, a fear of whatever. Maybe you're even afraid of getting fired or being let go. You're afraid of having to find new work. You're afraid, and it is a fear, okay? It's definitely not a hope. You're not hoping for a Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's something you're afraid that it's going to affect your family. You're afraid it's going to affect your bank account, your predictable income stream. I don't know what it is. Again, something secret, something under the table. There's like a cloud over some area of your life. It doesn't mean it's a reality, it's a fear. Be prepared. Like, if I think that your intuition is speaking to you about this thing specifically. So if you are afraid, or if you're getting an inkling of some kind, you might as well preempt it. You might as well prepare for it and save. Put your spendthrift side away, whoever this is, whatever energy this person is. Like, I know you want to go out. I know you want to have a good time. I know you want to buy that new dress or those new shoes or that new car or whatever. Like, I know you want to do that. Now is not the time. Now is the time for practicality and what makes sense, okay? And the outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. Caution. Be cautious. This is the opposite. Good with money, bad with money. Definitely speaking in terms of finances. If you are waiting for a new offer because maybe you lost something, or you are afraid of a loss of something, again, especially in the work and career realm, it's very likely that a new offer will be coming in. It's very likely someone or something will present itself in a positive way, and it will, sort of recover any losses if you do in fact incur losses. I'm not saying that you will yet. This is just a fear. I'm seeing you fine. Everything's fine. But this could even be a new client coming in, maybe even adding to your income as well. So a lot of positivity here. Just super, super important for you to trust your gut when it's coming to when there's like I say, a dark cloud, or there's like a weirdness about some area in your life. That weirdness is an indication of something that's not right, or something that is going to put you in this moon area. But seriously, these are working in tandem as well. Don't stress. Good luck, good fortune is on your way, and here it is. But it's important for you to prepare for it, because you don't know how long it's going to take. And the Hermit. The Hermit has been a theme for sure. It's interesting how certain cards become themes, right? Oftentimes the Hanged Man is a theme. The Ace of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune is a theme. Hermit is always a theme. I never get the Sun as a theme, or, it's weird how that happens. But the Hermit I don't even get Death usually isn't either. The Fool isn't usually either. For me, I don't know, just as a reader. But the Hermit usually, when I pull it out for one sign, I can usually expect that it's going to come out for multiple signs, and it's definitely doing that this month. It's big picture type of stuff. Mercury retrograde, while it's not a great time for doing big things or making gigantic movement or taking big leaps of faith, not a good time for that. It's a good time for baby steps, but it's also a really good time for you to think, because you're not really advised, it's not advisable to do these big things, but you can think about what big things you would want to do, or what direction you really want to head. So think and feel, and I think the clarity will come. All right, this star is the same as this star, and you will find that beacon of light. You will find that confusion sort of dissipates, and that clarity will come through on its own. You just need to have faith that it will, and you need to kind of egg that on and turn that side on within yourself. Turn on the philosopher, turn on the old wise man, turn on the shaman side of you, or whatever you relate to. Turn on the prophet within you, and find that personal life purpose. And I was actually thinking about this today. It's funny, I was taking a shower and I was like, for me, right, I've always struggled with purpose. And some people just tend to go through life and everything is fine, but I really feel purposeless a lot of times. And I was like, well, maybe there's purpose in purposelessness. maybe that's the purpose, right? Anyway, so like big thoughts like that. And I think that that's kind of what's happening, that's sort of maybe questions that you may begin to ask yourself, or you may begin to feel. We'll get some answers for yourself as time goes on. Sorry, that was a little bit of a weird rant. Two of Wands and the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, look, Leo, we love you. You are so fun and so beautiful and so outgoing and magnetic, and you have these personalities that just radiate, and you're so social, and you're so good at entertaining and interacting with people. Like, I love my Leo friends. My Leo and Aries friends are like my best friends, right? And Three of Cups really is that fun light-heartedness. It speaks really, really well to the Knight of Wands. But, you know, it is driving you, but I do feel that on some level, this superficial lightheartedness is not going to fulfill you this month, not forever. We all need this in our life, but this month you're going to be, I think, seeking a little bit more to your life. And it may be the lack of fulfillment from this like superficial going out, having a good time. It's like the lack of fulfillment from that will force you to face the question, well, what does make me feel fulfilled? What do I need to do, right? And the Seven of Wands in reverse are in the past position, which is great that it's behind you. Meaning that you kind of maybe have been warding off things that feel like they're fighting against you in the past or in the past few weeks. Like things maybe just weren't working well, whether in the career realm, in the finance realm, romance, family, like your neighborhood meetings, whatever. Like things were just feeling like they kept attacking you, and it was probably like one thing right after another, but you, like a champion, keeping balance, maintaining all the multiple hats that you're wearing, like definitely no fear of your abilities to handle it. This is a point of decision. You might not know what this is going to be, okay? I'm sensing like you don't know, or it's very deep and hidden, right? There's definitely a theme happening here with these three cards. And there's a moon here as well. You may not know what this is. You really might not be able to predict this moment of feeling at the crossroads. This may come actually quite suddenly, I feel. And it might be like, oh, like, wow, I really need to make up my mind. Well, what do I feel? Well, I think you'll be in tune with that side to some extent, maybe not fully, but to some extent. You will have a gut feeling. So don't stress, have faith, trust yourself, all right? So whatever decision that is, do I move? Do I change location? Do I need to find a new job? Is this, is this X really serving my needs? Is this whatever X is in the letter X, not your ex significant other, but like X is in the variable. So just keep the faith. Sometimes there are two right directions, okay? But just sometimes one direction pulls you more or is more desirable than the other. Think practically right now. Practicality is your friend, and it will get the best results. So if one direction is more emotionally charged than the other, likely take the path that is not emotionally charged, and your life might be a little bit easier. And the Fool. Yes, I'm sensing a little bit of naivety and a little bit of like blind faith, especially with the this is the card of Sagittarius. Not saying that there is a Sagittarius in your life, but the Sagittarian energy of hunting and adventuring and philosophy, and it speaks well with the Hermit. It's all about, the hunters always chase fulfillment in life, and trying, it's like their life mission is to figure out the purpose. And I just don't want to see you making any, like I say, blind faith decisions. It's important for you. You might be feeling caught up in the moment, or caught up with the hope or the promise of grandeur or something good. like I said, practicality is your friend. And I think the Fool and the High Priestess are kind of working against each other a little bit. So you've got that within you. Both are great. They're both really, really positive, and you may have new opportunities coming in, especially in the work finance realm. So if that is the case, if something does come in and it feels right and it is something that you want to pursue, by all means pursue it. And but think it through. You know what I mean? Like, please be sure to think it through. And the Queen of Pentacles, again, another reinforcement of like, watch your money, pinch your pennies, don't spend needlessly. There's no need for that. Maintain your groundedness and remove yourself from your ego. All right, Queen of Pentacles, there's very little ego there. And she plants seeds in order to grow the garden, okay? It's not like planting seeds just to see what happens. It's something for her to nurture, something for her to grow. Fortune is on your side. Remember that. There's no need to be afraid. There's no need to be self-important either. Stay humble. Maintain that humility, okay? And good things will come. And the Empress. Now, I'm going to just flat out say it. I don't normally, this is the card of pregnancy, okay? I don't normally speak to pregnancy with the Empress because I think it is just a general reading, right? And it's like, what are the odds that, you know, so many people, but there's maybe a level of fertility, or there is a level of like, so if you don't want a child, be sure to protect it, okay? Protect yourself, protect your whatever. Just make sure you're smart about it, all right? This is all about smarts, okay? The Empress could also be someone else in your life as well, likely a woman, likely a motherly figure or a more maternal figure. She doesn't have to be your mother. She could even be younger than you, but just that type of energy, that caring, loving, genuine, sincere energy. There is like a harvest quality about what's going on, harvest and nurturing. The yellows are really speaking to me right now, and lots of greenery. So like if you do get a job opportunity, like by all means, I really think it's really positive and it really is going to take you in a quality direction. Like I am excited for you because this is the most positive reading I have had. And honestly, like there is so much goodness to be plucked from each one of these, and this is just all, it's how you see it and your environment, and it's just prime for goodness. So keep your eyes open, remain available, all right? And this like social aspect, it might not, I'm going to contradict myself and I'm sorry, I'm going to backtrack and please scratch off what I said. Yes, there may be a meaninglessness and you might be questioning everything. However, it might be a good opportunity for you to be socializing and mixing work and financial opportunity into the social realm, okay? Meaning this person may come from a social activity or event, all right? Or this offer may come from something like that. So I'm scratching what I said before. I'm sorry about that. It happens sometimes. I just got to read the cards as they come out and got to say it like I feel it. Why are you so fearful of bad things? There's like a negativity or a pessimism, which I kind of got a vibe from the sun reverse, because it's kind of, it's not optimism, but it's not quite pessimism either. It's just like a dampened optimism. And I really feel like you're kind of expecting the worst about something. You might be really worried about something with your family. If there are health issues in the family, you may be worried. Maybe I'm seeing kind of an older gentleman a lot when I see the Ten of Pentacles, like an older, like a father figure or something like that. Maybe you're worried about someone, doesn't have to be a man, okay? But you're worried, you're thinking about it, you're fearful of something, you're fearful of the financial aspect, and I think there's a fear of the health aspect. I don't normally read for health. I'll do like a little bit. I don't get a lot of requests, so I don't normally read for it, but I am getting a health vibe. Venus retrograde is very important with health. A lot of health related issues come out during a Venus retrograde. Me, myself, I was no exception. I had a whole bunch of health stuff come out last month, and it was pretty crazy. So I venture to guess that I'm not the only one that went through something like that. So, reach out to people if there are people that you care about that you haven't talked to in a while, and just see how they're doing. Connect, reconnect, because I feel that there's a seriousness to this, but it's in your hopes and fears. So I don't know if I don't sense it as a reality. It's more just something. It's just kind of like lingering here. I don't know why. So I'm going to let you fill in the gaps on that one. I don't really see it connected. That's weird. I see it like very separate. Some of you may be breaking away from institutional positions, jobs. Some of you may be looking for things at smaller, maybe more creative agencies, or like the lessened tradition, or removing tradition from your life a little bit, and kind of separating yourself from the traditional and conformist and the expected methods of which to do something. This Knight of Pentacles here might be an offer for something along those lines, especially if you're in a creative field or want to work for some type of a boutique agency, something a little smaller and less, like with fewer cubicles type of thing. If you work in like a manufacturing plant or something like that, you may have a job offer come in. Something, it's just different, right? I think there's going to be something different associated with this Knight of Pentacles. And I do sense that you are going to break away from tradition of your own life and break away from maybe the past ways of doing things. You yourself are going to challenge the way you've done things in the past, which is great. Like, it's a super positive energy to have, especially with this Fool, okay, where you are ready to embrace something new, and there's like hope that it will just all work out, which I think that it will. And yeah, so go for it, Now, I'm not going to say that this month is going to be easy. All right, let's just put that out there right away, because there are things going on in the planets. You will be affected by them. Just because the cards are really positive doesn't mean it's going to be easy. All right. And the Magician, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I just got to preempt that, because I don't want people being like, well, you said that everything was going to be great. The Magician. Look at how much, I love the yellows, and I even love the blues happening here. Blue as far as truth and your intuition. Yellows, warmth, cheerfulness, victory, goodness, and the greens as well. A lot of times the yellow cards also have a lot of green, indicating growth and also wealth as well. New is the name of the game for you, Leo. Magician, self-empowerment, feeling empowered by this vision that you're creating for yourself. I'm like, seriously, go for it. Like, you have such a take charge, entrepreneur, take control of your own life type of vibe about you. Like, this is super, super exciting, and I really think it's going to get good, positive results for you. And now here's your card, the King of Wands. This is yours in the court, okay? Now, this also might be someone else. Like, these people might be other people. I'm kind of qualifying them as your energy a little bit. But I'm sensing, like, it could be really both. It doesn't have to all be you. It doesn't have to all be other people. It can kind of go the other way. And it's a general reading, so just kind of take it for what it is. And, fill in the gaps as needed of who these people might be. I get a lot of messages of people like, well, you said this was an air sign, but my partner is an earth sign. Could it? Well, yes, it definitely could be. You said this was me, but I think it's my mom. Okay, well, then it's your mom. All right, however it relates to you, it's open for that. I'm just speaking how I feel. Again, another powerful force. Like, you have Tower behind you, nothing to fear. Tower, maybe something did happen in the past. Maybe this was your like moment where something associated with the Seven of Wands, like things just kept coming at you. Maybe it was a health issue. Maybe it was like, wow, I'm so grateful to be alive. I was almost in a car accident. Or maybe it was, it could be something dramatic. Maybe you did move. Maybe you did like have to, maybe you already had something that was kind of a big expense, or you had to change your lifestyle in some significant way. Like you've probably maybe already gone through something like that, which is why you have such powerful cards, so many major arcanas, so many like royalties and just like overall richness in the whole situation, okay? And the Lovers. Lovers is definitely a theme as well. However, don't get too excited about love. Okay, this is not a love reading, so I'm not going to speak to it in a romantic way. Yes, it is a choice, and it's probably a very substantial choice, okay, because it's reinforcing the Two of Swords. But, and maybe that's the dampener, right? Oh, you got to make a decision. You got to let someone down, because normally when there's a decision to be made, someone is getting disappointed. Now, and I've been speaking to this almost in every sign as well, the Lovers has much deeper meaning. There is an element of technical stuff, okay, of science and like even blueprints and planning. And I don't know why I always think of like a computer, like a motherboard, those like green things with all the little chips and stuff in them. A motherboard, or like the inside of your phone. I see very technical elements when I see the Lovers, and I normally only speak to it in terms of romance and choice, so it's very unique that I'm speaking to it in this manner. But I think it's important to be said, because a lot of us are needing to take things very slow during this Mercury thing. Take things very slow, be very cognizant of choices, but be detailed in our choices as well. It's about mapping and planning and measuring before execution. So important. Now is not a time for bold, grand movements, bold gestures. You can make these big gestures, Leo, and I'm only saying this to you because everyone else I'm like, no, don't do it. But seriously, you can. But be so sure. Like, you need to be so sure that this is exactly what you want. If you're not sure, put it on hold for just a couple weeks. Like, just wait. Okay? If this is your dream and this is everything you've worked for, everything you've wanted, then by all means, proceed. But if it's a decision, especially a financial decision that's big and that could impact you in a like important way, really do the cost-benefit analysis, the break-even analysis. Talk to your accountant, talk to your bookkeeper, whoever, like whatever. You need to know the most realistic projected outcome of this decision. Okay, so I'm going to just leave you with that. I'm going to let you discern what that means for yourself, and you might not even know right now. Maybe in the next few weeks you will, but right now maybe not. But when that time comes, you will, and just be careful. The Ten of Cups. There's something that seems unattainable, and I think you're really wanting to attain it. You're really wanting to accomplish, you're really wanting to achieve that thing. And I'm seeing like this unstoppable force to achieve it, right? Like there's nothing about you, there's nothing about what's happening here that's going to prevent you from having it. You will get it, and that's it. Leo, you're stubborn, you're fixed. You're the fixed fire sign. Oh, I'm loving this. The Nine of Wands, letting down your guard, like just letting luck come in. Like, how much more beautiful could it be? Just letting luck come in, letting Lady Fortune bless your life. And you tend to be a more lucky sign anyway. I mean, come on, the influence of the sun is definitely working in your favor. And just letting those things unfold, letting things unravel as they may. I feel like you are totally open to change, and maybe even totally open to, if this isn't you and this speaks in terms of someone else, totally open for what this person has to offer. Okay? Six of Wands, success. Need I say more? No. Such dark fears. Like, I'm almost feeling like, this is what I'm feeling. I had this conversation with this boy once. He's a Sagittarius, and he was born on December 21st. First of all, they're like the least likely to commit sign of the whole year. They are double ruled by Jupiter. So Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, and his day, the 21st of December, also ruled by Jupiter. And he said to me once, and it was so funny because it's just like whatever, but he said, sometimes I feel so lucky that the universe is going to just stop one day, and then I'm just going to stop being lucky. Like, that was his greatest fear in life, was that luck was going to stop. And I just had to laugh, but I'm kind of feeling that that's how you're feeling. Like, you're afraid that, and you may have gone through hard stuff. I'm not saying you haven't gone through hard stuff, but I feel like in general you have a good life, right? You have comfort, you have financial stability in some form or fashion. You might not be exactly where you want to be, but you're good. And I feel like you're afraid that all the good stuff is just going to disappear. And you're afraid that all the luck that you've had is just going to stop. It's not the case. There's no need for you to be afraid of that. Any disagreements or anything that you've had, I do feel that they will resolve. And any arguments and any sneaky behavior, anyone that betrayed you, like, I feel that will come to a close. The Nine of Swords will disappear, and like, you're afraid of the bad stuff, but I don't see merit for that. It's weird. And the Eight of Cups, moving away. You are transitioning, and I am so excited for you. You're in such a prime position for additional growth and success. I really, really feel you're on the right track. You're doing everything that you should be doing. I really don't think that you are... I mean, you will have challenges, but I think that those challenges will be so minuscule compared to the overall promise of goodness on the other side. So, I mean, seriously, the best reading I've had so far. I'm so excited for you, Leo. This is amazing. And harness this energy. Energy always shifts. It always changes. Sometimes you have good cards. Sometimes you have tough cards. This was beautiful, almost flawless. And I think that there's so much good that you can do this month in the realm of things that you can control. Okay, love is tough because you can't always control the other person. But your career and your finance is very much, and even, you know, spirituality and your health and your family, like, these are things that you can, you have influence. Okay, so harness that influence, and you'll have an abundance of goodness in your life. So good luck. I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next month. Okay, bye.